Hello again. Before we begin tonight, let the silence of the room wrap around you like a heavy, comforting blanket. Adjust your pillow until it supports the weight of your head perfectly. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Unclench your hands, letting your fingers curl naturally. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with the cool, quiet air of the present. Hold it for a moment, suspend it in time, and let it out slowly, releasing the tension of the day. Watch the breath leave you, carrying with it the noise and the worry. Tonight, we are not traveling to a battlefield. We are traveling to the very beginning of time. We are going back to an era before calendars, before empires, before the stars had names. We are going to drift through the mists of prehistory to hear the story of a force of nature that was given a name, a shape, and a hunger. This is the story of Majin Buu. It is a story of magic, of innocence, corrupted by chaos, and of a long, dreamless sleep that lasted for eons. It is a fairy tale, but one written in the dark. It is a story about the silence that exists between the stars and the things that wait in that silence. So, close your eyes. Let the darkness behind your eyelids become a canvas. Imagine a universe that is younger, wilder, and quieter. Imagine a ball of sealed energy floating in the dark, waiting for a wake-up call. We begin our journey in the sacred world of the Kais. Imagine a world that exists outside the boundaries of the mortal universe. It is a planet of eternal, unbreaking spring. The grass here is not just green. It is a lush, vibrant emerald that seems to glow with its own inner light. It is soft beneath the feet, thick and cool. The sky is a deep, rich rose gold, illuminated by massive suns that never truly set, bathing the landscape in a perpetual warm twilight. It is a paradise. The air smells of blooming flowers, strange, beautiful blossoms that exist nowhere else. An ancient settled dust. The rivers flow with water so pure it looks like liquid crystal, winding lazily through valleys that have never known winter. For millions of years, this world was the home of the supreme Kais. They were the gods of creation, the guardians of life. They were born from the fruit of the immense kaiju trees, divine beings whose purpose was to watch over the galaxies like gardeners tending to a vast, sprawling orchard. There were 5 of them then. The West Supreme Kai, a goddess of beauty and playfulness who tended the flowers of the Western Quadrant. The North Supreme Kai, a stoic swordsman who found peace in the misty forests. The South Supreme Kai, a giant of a god, muscular and boisterous, who moved mountains just to see how they looked in a different light. And watching over them all was the Grand Supreme Kai. He was a gentle soul. He was not a warrior in the traditional sense. He was soft, round, and benevolent. His energy felt like a warm hearth on a cold night. He spent his days reading ancient texts and drinking tea by the crystal rivers, watching the cosmos spin in its slow, rhythmic dance. They lived in peace. They believed they were safe. They believed that their divinity was a shield that nothing could penetrate. But the universe is a place of balance. For every gardener, there must be a storm. For every act of creation, there must be an act of destruction. Usually, this destruction was handled by the god of destruction, Lord Beerus. But Beerus was asleep, deep in his own cycle of slumber. And in the dark corners of the universe, deep in the shadows where the rose-gold light of the Kais did not reach, something else was stirring. Something unauthorized. Something chaotic. There was a wizard named Bibidi. He was a small, twisted creature, a being of malice and ambition. His skin was wrinkled and yellow, his eyes bulging with madness. He did not create the monster. The monster had always existed. Majin Buu was a primordial force, a cycle of destruction given form. He was the physical manifestation of the universe's tantrums, a swirling vortex of pink smoke and malice that had drifted through the void since the dawn of time. Bibidi simply learned how to wake him up. He learned the words, he learned the spells, he learned the frequency of chaos, and he learned how to point the monster in a direction. The first time Majin Buu awoke, the universe shuddered. He was not the round, pink, childlike being we know today, not yet. In his original form, the form we call Kid Buu, he was small, he was sleek, he was pure, distilled chaos. He did not speak, he screamed. It was a sound like tearing metal, a sound that vibrated through the vacuum of space, shattering asteroids and cracking moons. He did not conquer planets for resources. He did not kill for politics. He destroyed because it was his nature, just as a fire burns or a storm rages. He was an eraser, wiping clean the chalkboard of existence. One by one, the lights of the galaxy began to go out. The supreme Kais watched from their paradise, horror dawning in their hearts. They saw entire star systems vanish into pink steam. They saw the balance of the universe tipping towards zero. They felt the screams of billions of souls extinguishing at once. And then the monster came for them. The invasion of the sacred world was not a war. It was a violation. The silence of the rose-gold sky was shattered by the laughter of the Majin. It was a high, manic sound that echoed off the mountains of paradise. The West Supreme Kai was the first to meet him. She stood in a field of flowers, her divine energy flaring white and hot. She was brave. She fought with the grace of a dancer, firing blasts of holy energy. But Buu did not fight like a warrior. He fought like a liquid. He stretched, he bounced, he absorbed. He turned her attacks into nothingness. The North Supreme Kai fell next. He drew his sword in the misty forests, slashing at the pink terror, but the sword stuck in Buu's flesh, absorbed by the gum-like substance of his body. Then the South Supreme Kai, the strongest of them all. He stepped forward, his muscles tensed, his aura shaking the ground. He managed to hurt the monster. He managed to land blows that would have shattered planets. He pummeled Buu, tearing him apart. But Buu simply reformed, his body knitting back together with a sickening wet sound. Buu absorbed the South Supreme Kai. And for the first time the monster changed. His body bulked up. He became massive, muscular. The raw, unbridled chaos was tempered by the strength of the god he had consumed. He became a towering giant of pink muscle, his power skyrocketing. But the tragedy was not over. The Grand Supreme Kai stood alone by the river. He watched the monster approach. He did not raise a fist. He did not summon a weapon. He was a being of immense kindness who loved every living thing, even the monster standing before him. When Buu attacked, the Grand Supreme Kai did not strike back with hate. He tried to neutralize. He tried to seal. But in that moment of hesitation, in that moment of mercy, Buu absorbed him. A strange alchemy occurred. The pure, chaotic evil of the Majin mixed with the pure, innocent good of the Grand Supreme Kai. The chaos was diluted. The rage was muffled. The monster shrank. His muscles softened. His cruel, sharp eyes became wide and innocent. He became fat. He became jolly. He donned the vest and cape of the god he had eaten. He became the Majin Buu that looked like a child's toy. But beneath the soft pink exterior, the power remained. It was merely sleeping, lulled into a state of childlike ignorance. He was like a nuclear bomb wrapped in a blanket. Bibidi, the wizard, looked at his creation and felt something he had never felt before. Fear. He realized that he could not control this thing. Even in this docile form, Buu was erratic. One moment he would destroy a planet because he didn't like the shape of the clouds. The next he would dance in the rubble because he liked the sound it made. He was a weapon with no safety switch. He disobeyed orders. He slept when he should have been killing. He ate sweets when he should have been conquering. So, Bibidi devised a plan. He created a shell, a sealing ball. It was a large yellow sphere, marked with a dark cursive M. It looked like an egg laid by a cosmic nightmare. It was heavy, dense, and radiated a low, thrumming energy. Bibidi lured Buu into the ball. He used ancient magic to lock the creature away, trapping him in a dimension of endless sleep. He planned to let the monster rest, to bring him out only when necessary, to keep the chaos contained until he needed to unleash it. The universe grew quiet again. The surviving East Supreme Kai, the youngest and weakest of the gods, watched from the shadows. He was the only one left. He had seen his family devoured. He had seen his paradise stained. He was trembling, but he was alive. He saw Bibidi land on a distant, primitive planet to rest. He saw the wizard guarding the egg. The East Supreme Kai struck. It was a swift, desperate attack. He killed Bibidi. He ended the wizard's life before the spell could be undone. But he left the egg alone. He stood over the yellow sphere, his hand raised to destroy it, but he stopped. He was too afraid. He feared that any attempt to destroy the shell would only wake the horror inside. He feared that the shock would trigger the release of the Majin. So, he made a choice. He left it on the planet. The planet was called Earth. At that time, Earth was a wild, untamed place. Humans were just beginning to walk upright. The continents were still drifting into place. The Supreme Kai hid the egg deep within the planet's crust. He buried it under miles of rock and soil, beneath the shifting tectonic plates. He hoped that the primitive humans living there would never find it. He hoped that the core of the planet would keep it warm and silent. He hoped that the monster would sleep forever. Time passed. Centuries turned into millennia. Millennia turned into eons. On the surface of Earth, the world changed. Ice ages came and went, covering the globe in white silence. Glaciers carved valleys. Forests grew, withered and grew again. Dinosaurs walked the land, thundering across the plains, and then vanished into history. Civilizations rose. Empires were built on stone, then bronze, then iron. Kings and queens lived and died, fighting wars over patches of dirt, completely unaware that beneath their feet a destroyer of worlds was sleeping. And through it all, the pink monster slept. Inside the sealed ball, time had no meaning. Buu drifted in a void of sugar and static. He dreamed of candy. He dreamed of destruction. He dreamed of a silence so loud it drowned out the stars. He was suspended in a state of potential energy, a dormant volcano waiting for a tremor. Far away, in the cold reaches of space, the legend of Majin Buu persisted. It faded from history into myth. It became a ghost story whispered by the oldest beings in the cosmos to frighten their children. Be good, they would say, or the pink horror will eat you. Even the mighty King Cold, the father of Frieza, knew the name. He was a tyrant, a man who feared nothing, yet he feared this. When he handed the empire over to his son, passing the torch of universal conquest to Frieza, he gave him a specific warning. A warning born of ancestral fear. There are only two entities in this universe you must never challenge, King Cold told Frieza, swirling his wine in the dark observation deck of his ship. Majin Buu and the god of destruction, Beerus. Frieza listened, but he did not understand. To him, Buu was just a fairy tale. A boogeyman invented by the weak to explain the randomness of death. Frieza believed only in what he could kill. But on Earth, the egg was real. It pulsed with a faint, rhythmic heartbeat. Thump, 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 thump. A heartbeat that vibrated through the bedrock. A heartbeat that went unnoticed by the humans walking above it, building their skyscrapers and driving their cars. But nothing stays buried forever. Secrets have a way of clawing their way to the surface. Bibidi, the ancient wizard, had a contingency plan. He had a son, a clone, a small wrinkled wizard named Babidi. Babidi was indistinguishable from his father. He had the same bulbous eyes, the same whiskers, the same twisted heart. He inherited his father's magic. He inherited his father's ship. And most importantly, he inherited his father's ambition. He spent centuries searching. He scoured the galaxy, looking for the lost sphere. He read the ancient star charts. He traced the energy signatures. And he found it. He found the location, Earth. But Babidi knew he could not open the egg alone. The seal placed on Buu was strong. It required an immense amount of energy to break. Pure, raw energy harvested from the strongest fighters in the universe. So Babidi began to gather pawns. He was a manipulator. He did not fight with his fists. He fought with the darkness in others' hearts. He moved through the shadows of the universe, collecting minions. He found the demon king Dabura, the ruler of the demon realm. Dabura was a being of immense power, a swordsman of hellfire and stone. But even he was not immune to Babidi's magic. Babidi cast a spell, finding the sliver of evil in Dabura's soul and expanding it until it consumed him. He marked Dabura's forehead with the Majin M. Enslaved, the Demon King became Babidi's bodyguard. Together they steered their spaceship toward the small blue planet in the distance. They landed quietly. They buried their ship deep underground, creating a subterranean fortress. They hooked their machines up to the sleeping egg. The stage was set. The ancient horror was about to meet the modern heroes. The silence of the past was about to collide with the noise of the present. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, they were living their lives on the surface, unaware of the countdown ticking beneath their feet. They were training, eating, arguing, living in the peace they had fought so hard to earn after the Cell Games. But peace is a fragile thing. Deep in the dark, surrounded by wires and piping, the yellow ball sat in the center of Babidi's ship. The energy meter began to rise. Inside the ball, Majin Buu shifted in his sleep. His dream was ending. The hunger was returning. The long night was over. Imagine the sun. It is high and bright over Papaya Island. The ocean sparkles, reflecting the light like a field of diamonds. The air is filled with the smell of salt spray and festival food. Roasted corn, sugar, and hot oil. It is the day of the World Martial Arts Tournament. On the surface, everything is vibrant. The Z fighters, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, are gathered there. They are happy. Goku has returned from the other world for a single day, a temporary ghost given flesh to see his family. There is laughter. There is the friendly rivalry of old friends. But beneath the noise of the crowd, there is an undercurrent of unease. The Supreme Kai, Shin, is there. He stands amidst the humans, a small, purple-skinned deity disguised in simple clothes. He does not cheer. He does not eat. He stands perfectly still, his eyes scanning the crowd, looking for the mark of the wizard. He knows they are here. And then it happens. It does not begin with an explosion. It begins with a theft. Gohan, the son of Goku, steps into the ring. He's a young man now, strong and kind. His heart burning with a golden light. He transforms into a Super Saiyan, his aura flaring up like a beacon. This is the signal. Two men lunge from the crowd, Spopovich and Yamu. They are large, pale, their veins pulsing with an unnatural darkness. On their foreheads is the letter M. They do not fight Gohan. They hold him down. They produce a device, a strange, lamp-like vessel designed to drain energy. Imagine the sensation of energy leaving the body. It is not painful exactly. It is a feeling of cold emptiness. Gohan's golden light, his life force, flows out of him like water rushing down a drain. It swirls into the device, filling it with a dense, heavy power. The Supreme Kai freezes the others. He stops Goku and Piccolo from interfering. "Wait," he whispers telepathically. "We must let them take it. We must follow them to the source. It is a terrible gamble to let a friend suffer to find the enemy. The device fills. Spopovich and Yamu fly away, leaving Gohan drained and unconscious on the white tiles of the arena. The chase begins. They fly over the ocean, leaving the cheering crowds behind. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, and the Supreme Kai. They move silently through the air, trailing the thieves. The landscape changes. The blue ocean gives way to land, then to forest, and finally to a desolate wasteland. This is a place where the earth is cracked and dry. The wind whistles through jagged rock formations that look like skeletal fingers reaching for the sky. There is no greenery here, no birds, only the brown dust and the hard, baked clay. The thieves land. They descend into a crater. The heroes watch from a cliff edge. They look down into the valley. There, partially buried in the rock, is the spaceship. It does not look like a ship made of metal and bolts. It looks organic. It is bulbous, yellow and brown, with portholes that look like unblinking eyes. It sits in the dust like a toad, waiting for a fly. Standing before it is the wizard, Babidi. He is small, floating in the air. His skin is the color of old parchment, wrinkled and dry. His eyes are large and bulbous, filled with a cruel, frantic intelligence. Beside him stands the Demon King, Dabura, a towering figure of red skin and blue clothes, looking elegant and terrifying. The thieves deliver the energy. The lamp is full. Babidi cackles. It is a sound like dry leaves skittering on stone. "Excellent," he whispers. The tank is filling. He kills the thieves. A simple wave of his hand and they expand and pop like balloons. Babidi has no use for tools that have served their purpose. The sea fighters descend. They stand before the ship, the wind tugging at their clothes. The Supreme Kai trembles. "We must be careful," he warns. "If we damage the ship, the shock might wake Majin Buu. We must go inside. We must kill Babidi before he can release the seal." They enter the ship. The interior is not like a machine. It is like the inside of a living organism. The walls are pink and fleshy, pulsing with a faint, bioluminescent light. The air is warm and humid. It smells of musk and old magic. They descend. The ship is built in layers, like a hellish upside-down tower. To reach the bottom where the egg rests, they must pass through the stages. Level 1. The floor is dark. A warrior emerges. Pui Pui. He is arrogant, confident in his speed. Vegeta steps forward. The Prince of Saiyans does not posture. He does not shout. He simply stands there, arms crossed. Pui Pui boasts. He transports them to his home planet, soon, where the gravity is 10 times that of Earth. He thinks this will crush the intruder. Vegeta smiles. It is a small, bored smile. "Is that all?" he asks. He moves. It is a blur, a single blast, efficient and clean. Pui Pui is gone. Vegeta does not even break a sweat. To him, this is not a fight. It is a chore. It is a distraction from the real challenge, Goku. They descend to level 2. The room is pitch black, absolute darkness. You cannot see your hand in front of your face. Yakon, the beast of the dark, is waiting. He is a monster who eats light. He scuttles in the shadows, his claws clicking on the floor. Goku steps forward. He does not fear the dark. He illuminates it. He transforms. The golden light of the Super Saiyan floods the room. Yakon shrieks with delight. He opens his maw and sucks the light in. He eats the aura. "You're hungry?" Goku asks, his voice echoing in the blackness. "Then eat this." Goku powers up. He pushes the energy output higher and higher. He becomes a miniature sun in the darkness. Yakon eats. He gorges himself on the light. But there is too much. He swells. He bloats. And finally, unable to contain the brilliance of a Saiyan, he bursts. The light fades. Goku stands in the quiet dark. They descend to level 3, the deepest level, the heart of the ship. Here, the air is heavy. It feels thick, like swimming in syrup. A massive door opens, revealing a vast circular arena, but there is no monster waiting in the ring. Instead, the demon king Dabura stands on a platform, watching them. He does not fight. He observes. Dabura possesses a keen eye for darkness. He looks at the heroes. He sees the purity in Goku. He sees the fear in the Supreme Kai. He sees the discipline in Gohan. And then he looks at Vegeta. He sees the frustration. He sees the jealousy that has been simmering for 7 years. He sees the prince who settled down, who started a family, but who secretly yearns for the days when he was a cold-blooded warrior. Dabura smiles. He turns to Babidi. "There is no need to fight them, Master," Dabura whispers. "We have found a new recruit." Babidi peers into his crystal ball. He sees the darkness in Vegeta's heart. It is a small knot of shadow, but it is deep. "I see," Babidi giggles. "I see it." Babidi begins to chant. "Papara papapa." The spell is not a beam of light. It is a sound. It is a frequency that bypasses the ears and goes straight to the mind. In the ship, Vegeta grabs his head. He screams. It is a raw, guttural sound. He falls to his knees, clutching his temples. His veins bulge. He tries to fight it. He tries to push the wizard out of his mind. "Get out of my head!" Vegeta roars. But part of him, the part that misses the old days, the part that hates living in Goku's shadow, does not want to fight it. Part of him opens the door. The darkness rushes in. It feels like cold water flooding a burning room. It feels like surrender. On Vegeta's forehead, the letter M appears, black and sharp. The transformation is complete. Majin Vegeta is born. Babidi transports them all back to the World Tournament arena. The sun is still shining. The crowd is still confused. Vegeta stands in the ring. He looks at Goku. His eyes are outlined in black. His smile is cruel. "Fight me, Kakarot," Vegeta says. Goku hesitates. "Vegeta, don't let him control you." Vegeta laughs. He raises a hand toward the crowd. He fires a blast. The stands explode. Smoke rises. People scream. It is a shocking act of violence. It is Vegeta proving that he has thrown away his humanity. He has thrown away his family, his peace, his redemption. He has burned it all for a chance to fight Goku without holding back. "Fight me," Vegeta repeats, "or I will destroy them all." Goku looks at the destruction. He looks at his friend's face, twisted by magic and pride. He understands. There is no going back. "Fine," Goku says softly. "We'll fight." They leave the arena. They fly to a wasteland far from the city. The fight begins. It is a clash of titans. Super Saiyan 2 against Super Saiyan 2. Golden Aura against Golden Aura. The ground shakes. Mountains crumble. Lightning arcs across the sky, turning the blue day into a flashing strobe light of yellow and white. Every punch is a thunderclap. Every kick creates a shockwave that flattens the rock for miles. But Babidi is not watching the fight. He is watching the energy meter. The damage Vegeta takes, the damage Goku takes. Every drop of blood, every bruise, every burst of anger feeds the ship. The energy flows through the ground, spiraling down into the buried vessel. It pours into the yellow ball. The meter climbs, halfway, 3/4, full. "It is done!" Babidi screams, dancing a jig in the air. "It is full!" In the wasteland, Goku and Vegeta pause. They sense it. A massive, terrifying shift in the atmosphere. The energy of the fight has stopped feeding the ship because the ship can hold no more. The seal begins to break. Let us go back underground, back to the lowest level of the ship. The room is filled with steam. The machinery hooked up to the ball begins to spark and explode. The pipes hiss, the gauges crack, the yellow ball glows. It turns a bright violet pink. Thump, thump. The heartbeat is loud now. It sounds like a drum beating inside a cave. Steam pours from the vents of the ball. It is a thick pink smoke. It smells sweet, like burning sugar and old bubblegum. The Supreme Kai, who has arrived to stop it, falls back in terror. "It is too late," he whispers. "He is coming." The ball cracks. It does not explode outward. It opens like a flower blooming in fast motion. But there is no monster inside. The ball is empty. Babidi freezes. "What? Where is he? Was it a failure?" For a moment there is silence. Just the hissing of steam. Then the pink smoke that poured out of the vents begins to gather. It swirls in the air above the broken shell. It condenses. It takes shape. First, a pair of white, baggy trousers. Then a large round belly. Then a cape. And finally a head with a long tentacle on top. Majin Buu forms. He lands softly on the ground. He does not look like a destroyer of worlds. He looks like a marshmallow. He's pink. He's fat. His eyes are squeezed shut in a happy expression. He wears a black vest and yellow gloves. He looks soft. Babidi stares. This is the Majin Buu? The Supreme Kai stares. He remembers the muscular giant who crushed the gods. This looks like a child. Buu stretches his arms. He yawns, a long, loud yawn that shows his purple tongue. "Boo," he says. His voice is high and squeaky. He looks around the room. He looks at Babidi. He looks at the Supreme Kai. He taps his stomach. "Hungry." Babidi flies down, nervous but trying to assert control. "I am your master," he shrieks. "I am Babidi. You will obey me." Buu looks at the small wizard. He tilts his head. He smiles, his eyes curving into crescents. He begins to dance. It is a clumsy, shuffling dance. He claps his gloved hands. He jumps up and down, shaking the floor with his weight. "Boo! Boo! Boo!" he chants. The Supreme Kai watches, paralyzed by confusion and dread. He knows that this silliness is a mask. He knows that beneath the pink flap lies a power that can eat galaxies. But for now, the monster is just waking up. He is stretching his legs. He is getting his bearings after 5 million years of sleep. The awakening is complete. The sea fighters in the wasteland stop their fighting. They feel it. A key signature that feels like nothing they have ever felt before. It doesn't feel sharp like Freezer. It doesn't feel mechanical like Cell. It feels heavy. It feels deep. It feels like a dark ocean that stretches on forever. Vegeta looks toward the horizon. The M on his forehead throbs. "What have I done?" he whispers to himself. But the wind only carries the sound of distant, high-pitched laughter. Majin Buu is here, and the universe has held its breath. We begin in the wasteland. The air is still thick with the dust of the battle between Goku and Vegeta, but the fighting has stopped. Vegeta stands over the unconscious body of Goku. He has knocked his rival out, not with a grand attack, but with a cheap, desperate blow to the neck. It was not an act of malice. It was an act of protection. Vegeta knows what he has unleashed. He feels the massive, suffocating pressure of Majin Buu's energy in the distance. He knows that this is his fault. His pride opened the door. His obsession turned the key. Now, he intends to close it. Vegeta flies toward the energy. He flies alone. Imagine the feeling of flight, the wind rushing past your ears, the ground blurring beneath you. But for Vegeta, there is no joy in it today. There is only a cold, heavy resolve settling in his stomach. He arrives at the spaceship's crater. He sees the creature. Majin Buu is dancing. He is clapping his hands, laughing at the destruction he has already caused. The Supreme Kai lies battered on the ground. Gohan is missing, his energy faint and fading. Vegeta descends. He lands on a spire of rock. "You're ugly," Vegeta says. It is a simple insult, but it is said with the weight of a prince addressing a peasant. Buu stops dancing. He looks up. He tilts his head, his eyes narrowing into slits. He steams with anger. "You make Buu mad." The fight begins. But it is unlike any fight Vegeta has ever known. Vegeta is a master of combat. He is precise. He is brutal. He strikes Buu with punches that could shatter diamonds. He kicks him with enough force to split a mountain. But Buu does not break. He squishes. Punching Buu is like punching dough. Vegeta's fist sinks into the pink flesh and Buu simply pops back out, unharmed. He giggles. He treats the battle like a game of tag. Buu stretches his arm. It elongates like rubber, wrapping around Vegeta's neck, squeezing the air from his lungs. He slams the prince into the ground. Vegeta stands up. He is bleeding. He is panting. He realizes, with a creeping horror, that he cannot win this with fists. He cannot win this with power. The monster is immortal. His body is a fluid chaos that refuses to die. Vegeta makes a decision. It is the quietest moment of his life. He looks over his shoulder. He sees his son, Trunks, and Goku's son, Goten, watching from a distance. They have come to help. Vegeta flies over to them. He lands in front of Trunks. The boy is scared, but he tries to be brave. He tries to act like his father. Vegeta kneels. For the first time in his life, the Prince of all Saiyans kneels in the dirt. "Trunks," he says softly, "take care of your mother." He reaches out. His gloved hand, usually curled into a fist, opens. He embraces his son. It is a stiff, awkward hug, but it is filled with a lifetime of unspoken love. "Dad," Trunks whispers, confused. Vegeta knocks the boys out. Gentle chops to the neck. He cannot have them watch this. He cannot have them die with him. He asks Piccolo, who has been watching in silence, to take the boys away. "Vegeta," Piccolo says, his voice low. "If you do this, you will not keep your body. You will not go to the other world like Goku. You have lived a life of selfishness. You will be cleansed. You will be nothing." Vegeta stands up. He looks at the sky. He looks at the pink monster waiting for him. "So be it," Vegeta says. He flies back to Buu. He begins to gather his energy. Imagine a dam breaking. Imagine a star collapsing. Vegeta pulls every ounce of his life force, every drop of his ki, and brings it to the surface. His aura changes. It is not just yellow anymore. It is blindingly white. It screams with power. It shreds his clothes. It cracks his skin. "I am going to crush you," Vegeta whispers, his voice vibrating with the intensity of the light, "and throw you into the wind." He thinks of Bulma. He thinks of Trunks. He thinks even of Kakarot. "Farewell," he says. And then he explodes. It is not a fiery explosion. It is a dome of pure golden white light. It expands outward, consuming everything. It consumes Buu. It consumes the ship. It consumes the valley. It is silent. The light is so bright it drowns out sound. It scours the earth clean. When the light fades, there is a crater. It is miles wide. In the center of the crater stands a statue. It is Vegeta. He is gray. He is made of ash and stone. He stands frozen in his final pose of defiance. A wind blows. The statue crumbles. Vegeta falls to the ground as dust. He is gone. The silence that follows is heavy. It is the silence of a world that has lost a protector. Piccolo, watching from the sky, bows his head. But then, movement. In the crater, amidst the smoke and the ash, pink blobs are twitching. They are small pieces of Majin Buu scattered by the blast. They begin to move. They slide across the scorched earth. They merge. Slowly, horrifyingly, they gather together. They reform. The pink smoke clears. Majin Buu stands there. He is whole. He cracks his neck. He looks around. Buu, still hungry, he shouts. Vegeta's sacrifice was for nothing. The despair sets in. Babidi, who survived by shielding himself, crawls out of a hole. He is furious, but he is also triumphant. "We will kill them all," Babidi shrieks. "We will destroy the cities. We will turn the humans into candy." The rampage begins. Buu and Babidi travel from city to city. It is a slow, terrifying procession. Buu turns people into chocolate. He turns them into jawbreakers. He eats them. He destroys buildings just to see them fall. There is no one left to stop him. Gohan is gone, taken by the Supreme Kai to a distant world. Vegeta is dead. Only Goku remains. Goku wakes up in the wasteland. His head throbs. He senses the void where Vegeta's energy used to be. He understands what happened. He cries. Just for a moment. But there is no time for grief. He has to act. He gathers the boys, Trunks and Goten, who have woken up at the lookout, a sanctuary high above the clouds. Goku has a plan. It is a desperate plan. He cannot defeat Buu. His time on Earth is limited. He is a dead man, running on borrowed time. He has only hours left before he must return to the afterlife. He must teach the boys the fusion dance, a technique to combine two warriors into one. It is their only hope. But the boys need time to learn. And Babidi is threatening to destroy West City, where the Dragon Radar is kept. Without the radar, they cannot fix this. Trunks must go get the radar. Goku must buy him time. Goku flies to intercept Buu. He meets them in the sky, above a city of skyscrapers. Buu looks at Goku. "You want to fight?" "I want to stall," Goku says honestly, "but I will show you something cool." This is the moment of transformation. Goku stands in the air. He closes his eyes. He reaches deep inside himself, past the Super Saiyan, past the ascended level. He reaches for something buried deep in his potential. "This," Goku says, his hair turning gold, "is a Super Saiyan." "And this," he says, electricity crackling around him, his hair spiking up, "is a Super Saiyan too." "And this," Goku takes a deep breath. The planet begins to shake. Not just the city, the entire planet. Tides rise in the oceans, windows shatter in distant countries. The clouds are ripped away from the sky, the shaking reaches into the afterlife. Otherworldly oceans tremble. Goku screams. It is a deep harmonic roar. His hair grows. It cascades down his back, a golden mane that reaches his waist. His eyebrows disappear, giving him a primal Neanderthal look. His aura changes from a flame to a sphere of jagged, sparking light. Super Saiyan 3. It is a form that burns time. It consumes Goku's remaining hours on Earth like a fire consuming paper. But it is magnificent. Goku fights Buu. It is a battle of gods. Goku is fast. He is strong. He batters Buu across the sky. He dodges Buu's magic beams. But Goku is not trying to kill him. He is watching the clock. He is sensing Trunks' energy, waiting for the boy to return to the lookout. "You're strong," Buu laughs, enjoying the pain. "Fun!" "You're not bad yourself," Goku pants. His voice is deeper in this form, rougher. Trunks gets the radar. He signals. Goku stops. He smiles. "I have to go," Goku says. "But listen, Buu. In 2 days, a warrior stronger than me will come to fight you. Wait for him." Goku powers down. The golden mane vanishes. He is exhausted. He teleports away. He leaves Buu alone with Babidi. And here, the story shifts. Buu is tired of Babidi. He is tired of the screaming wizard. He is tired of being called names. "You talk too much," Buu says. Buu grabs Babidi by the throat. The wizard's eyes bulge. "What are you doing? I am your master." "No master," Buu says. He punches Babidi's head off. The wizard is gone. The leash is cut. Majin Buu is free. For a while, the terror worsens. A monster without a master is unpredictable. Buu destroys cities simply because he is bored. He builds a house out of clay and people he has turned into clay. He sits in his house. He waits for the warrior Goku promised. And then, something strange happens. A car drives up to Buu's house. It is not a warrior. It is a man with an afro. A man wearing a G. Mr. Satan, the world champion. He has come to kill Buu. But he is a coward. He brings poisoned chocolates. He brings a Game Boy bomb. Buu eats the chocolates. He thinks they are delicious. He plays the game. He likes it. Buu decides he likes Mr. Satan. He makes him his servant. And then they find the dog. It is a small puppy, injured, limping in the wasteland. Buu looks at it. Why it not run away? "It's hurt," Mr. Satan explains, trembling. Buu heals the dog. A flash of light and the puppy is whole. The puppy does not run. It licks Buu's face. It wags its tail. Buu freezes. He has never felt affection. He has only known fear and hunger. This creature likes him. B, Buu names the dog. They live together. Buu, Miss Satan and B. It is a strange, quiet interlude in the middle of the apocalypse. We see Buu changing. We see the influence of the Grand Supreme Kai, the kindness buried deep inside, rising to the surface. Buu stops killing. He declares that killing is bad. He sits in the sun, petting the dog, drinking soda with Mr. Satan. The world holds its breath. Is the nightmare over? Has the monster been tamed by a puppy and a fool? It seems possible. It seems peaceful. But tragedy is a cruel writer. Two gunmen appear on the horizon. They are humans. Madmen taking advantage of the chaos to snipe people for sport. They see the monster playing with the dog. They aim. Bang. The sound is sharp and loud in the silence of the wasteland. B yelps. The puppy falls. Boo stares at the small body. He stares at the blood. Something inside him breaks. It is not the anger of a child throwing a tantrum. It is a deep volcanic sorrow. Steam begins to pour from the holes in Boo's head. It is not pink steam. It is gray. It is dark. Mr. Satan attacks the gunmen. He beats them up. He saves the dog. Boo heals him just in time. But the damage is done. Boo tells Mr. Satan to run. Get away, Boo groans, clutching his head. Boo, mad. The gray steam thickens. It pours out of Boo like a geyser. It gathers in the air above him. It condenses. It forms a shape. It is Boo. But it is not the fat, jolly Boo. It is a skinny, gray, emaciated Boo. It is pure evil. It is the darkness that Boo expelled from his body to save his own sanity. Now, there are two of them. The good Boo, the fat one, and the evil Boo, the skinny one. They fight. It is a battle for the soul of the monster, but the good Boo is weak. He gave away too much of his power to the evil side. The evil Boo laughs. It is a raspy, cold sound. The good Boo tries to turn the evil Boo into chocolate. He fires his beam. The evil Boo takes a deep breath. He blows the beam back. The chocolate beam hits the good Boo. The fat, jolly Majin, the one who loved the puppy, the one who built the house, turns into a piece of chocolate. The evil Boo picks it up. He walks over to it. He opens his mouth. He eats it. A transformation begins. The evil Boo begins to change. He grows taller. His gray skin turns pink. Muscles swell. His face lengthens. He stretches his neck. He cracks his knuckles. He is no longer a child. He is no longer a skeleton. He is a warrior. He is intelligent. He is cruel. Super Buu is born. He stands in the wasteland. He does not smile. He looks toward the sky. He senses the energy on the lookout. He senses the boys. He senses Piccolo. He does not wait. He does not play games. He flies. He arrives at the lookout in seconds. He lands on the tiles of God's sanctuary. Piccolo freezes. He looks into the eyes of the new monster. There is no innocence there. There is only hunger. "Where is the fighter?" Super Buu asks. His voice is deep, resonant, and terrifying. "Where is the one you promised?" Piccolo tries to stall. He suggests an hourglass. He tells Buu to wait. Buu waits, but not patiently. He paces, he glares, and then he does something that ends the age of humanity. "I am hungry," Buu says. He walks to the edge of the lookout. He looks down at the earth below. He raises one hand. "Human extinction attack," he whispers. Countless pink beams fire from his palm. They arc through the sky like rain. They seek out every living human on the planet. They curve around mountains. They go through bunkers. They hit everyone. In seconds, the population of Earth is zero. Only the few on the lookout and Mr. Satan, who was spared by the lingering memory of the good Buu inside, remain. The silence that falls over the earth is absolute. No cars, no voices, no birds, just the wind blowing over empty cities. Piccolo looks down in horror. The struggle is over. The stalling failed. The heroes have lost. Super Buu turns back to the group. He smiles. Done, he says. Now, fight. This is the lowest point. The darkness has won. The light is extinguished. Here is part 4 of the complete story of Majin Buu. Welcome back. Let the stillness of the night settle around you. Imagine that the walls of your room are dissolving, replaced by the soft, infinite expanse of a twilight sky. There are no ceilings here, only the slow drift of clouds and the quiet watching of the stars. Sink deeper into your bed. Feel the mattress rising up to meet you, holding you securely. Let your legs become heavy. Let your arms rest by your sides, the fingers loose and relaxed. Take a deep breath in, tasting the cool, clean air of imagination, and breathe out, letting the story wash over you like a gentle tide. In our last chapter, the world fell silent. We witnessed the extinction of humanity, the stillness of the empty cities, and the rise of Super Buu, a monster of cold intellect and endless hunger. We left the heroes cornered on the lookout, staring into the eyes of the abyss. Tonight, we enter the climax. This is the chapter where power reaches its absolute zenith. It is a story of fusions of gods and of the desperate, beautiful dance between hope and despair. It is the moment where the universe holds nothing back. This is part 4, the climax. The lookout is compromised. The sanctuary of God, which has floated above the clouds for millennia, is no longer safe. Super Buu stands on the white tiles, impatient. He has waited long enough. Piccolo, the strategist, makes a choice. He cannot let Buu fight here. He needs to buy time. He needs a place where time moves differently. He leads the monster to the hyperbolic time chamber. Imagine a door that stands in the middle of a room. Behind that door lies a separate dimension. Inside there is only white, an infinite, endless void of white. There is no horizon. There is no sky. The gravity is heavy and the air is thin and hot. It is a place of absolute isolation. Goten and Trunks are waiting there. They are just children, but they carry the weight of the world on their small shoulders. When Buu enters, the door closes. The link to the outside world is severed. The fight begins. But the boys cannot win as individuals. They must become one. They perform the fusion dance, a series of precise, symmetrical movements. Their energies align, their bodies merge. A flash of light, and Gotenks is born. He is a warrior of immense power and immense arrogance. He has the voice of two children speaking in unison. He has wild, two-toned hair. He is chaotic, loud, and brash. He fights Buu, not with discipline but with creativity. He creates ghosts, exploding effigies of himself that cackle and float through the white void. He creates donuts of energy to bind the monster. It is a surreal battle. In the emptiness of the time chamber, pink beams clash with golden light. They shout, they taunt, they explode. But Buu is durable. He's annoyed, but he's not defeated. Piccolo, watching from the sidelines, realizes they cannot win. He makes a desperate decision. He destroys the door. He traps them all. If they cannot kill Buu, they will seal him in this dimension for eternity. They will sacrifice themselves to save the universe. Buu realizes he is trapped. No candy, no outside world. He screams. It is not a scream of anger. It is a scream of sonic power. The sound waves are so intense, so concentrated that they tear the fabric of reality. A hole opens in the white air, a portal back to the lookout. Buu squeezes through it. He escapes. Gotenks and Piccolo are left behind. They must scream too. Gotenks transforms into Super Saiyan 3. The long golden hair, the lack of eyebrows, the raw power. He screams until his lungs burn. He tears another hole. They escape back to Earth, but they are too late. The lookout is a ruin. Buu, hungry and bored, has turned everyone, Bulma, Videl, the remaining friends, into chocolate. He has eaten them. The silence on the mountain is profound. The only sound is the wind whistling through the broken tiles. Gotenks is furious. He fights with renewed rage. He batters Buu. He kicks him through the clouds, down to the desolate surface of the earth. They destroy landscapes. They level mountains. But the fusion has a time limit. Just as Gotenks is about to deliver a finishing blow, the power fades. The golden hair vanishes. The two boys separate. They are defenseless. Buu smiles. He raises a hand to finish them. And then a feeling. A presence appears on the horizon. It is not an explosion of rage. It is not a frantic burst of energy. It is a calm, steady pressure. It feels like a mountain that has suddenly appeared in the room. Gohan has arrived. He is not the boy who fought Cell. He is not a Super Saiyan. His hair is black. His eyes are sharp and clear. He wears the orange gi of his father. He has returned from the sacred world of the Kais. The old Kai, a jagged ancient deity, has unlocked his potential. Gohan does not need to transform. He does not need to scream to draw out his power. All of his strength is simply there, sitting on the surface of his skin. He is ultimate Gohan. He lands in front of Buu. He does not take a fighting stance. He simply walks forward. "You want to fight, Majin Buu?" the monster sneers. "No," Gohan says softly. "I want to kill you." The fight is one-sided. Gohan is faster. He is stronger. He beats Buu with a terrifying efficiency. He does not play games. He breaks Buu's body apart, scattering the pink blobs across the wasteland. For a moment, there is hope. The nightmare seems to be ending. The sun seems to be breaking through the clouds. But Super Buu is not just strong. He is cunning. He realizes he is outmatched. He feels the power of Gohan and he desires it. But he cannot beat him. So he resorts to the tactic of a parasite. He self-destructs. Or so it seems. He hides a part of his body, a blob of pink goo, in the rubble. He waits. Goten and Trunks, thinking the battle is paused, fuse again. Gotenks returns. Buu strikes. The blob sneaks up behind Gotenks. It expands like a blanket. It swallows the boys. It swallows Piccolo. It merges with Buu. Buu transforms. He grows a vest. He grows a long nose. His power skyrockets. He has the strength of Gohan, plus the power of Gotenks, plus the intelligence of Piccolo. He is Buu-Tenks. The tide turns instantly. Gohan, who was dominant moments ago, is now overwhelmed. He's beaten down. The hope evaporates like mist in the sun. In the sacred world of the Kais, Goku watches through a crystal ball. He cannot stand it. He must go back. The old Kai offers a gift. He gives Goku his life. The halo above the old Kai's head vanishes, appearing over Goku's. Goku is alive again, and he gives him a weapon, not a sword, not a bomb. Earrings. The Potara. Put one on your left ear, the old Kai explains, and have Gohan put one on his right. You will fuse. But unlike the dance, this fusion is perfect, and it is permanent. Goku takes the earrings. He teleports. He arrives on Earth just as Buu is preparing to kill Gohan. Goku throws a Destructo disc, cutting Buu in half. Buying a second of time, he throws the earring to Gohan. Catch! It is a tragic fumble. The earring slips through Gohan's fingers. It falls into the rubble. Gohan searches frantically for the tiny piece of jewelry among the rocks. Buu reforms. He sees what is happening, but then something happens to Buu. Inside him, the fusion of Gotenks wears off. His power drops. He changes shape. He realizes he needs a new battery. He looks at Gohan. He absorbs him. The pink blanket engulfs Gohan. The strongest warrior on Earth is gone. Buu changes again. He wears Gohan's gi. He radiates an energy that feels infinite. He is Buu-Han. He is the strongest entity in the history of the universe. Goku stands alone. He has the earring, but no one to fuse with. He looks around. Mr. Satan is hiding behind a rock. Dende is there. Neither are warriors. Goku is about to throw the earring to Mr. Satan in a desperate, doomed attempt, when he senses a familiar energy. It is a spike of pride, a spike of royal power. Vegeta. Baba the witch has brought Vegeta back from the afterlife for 1 hour, a temporary reprieve to help save the universe. Goku teleports to him. Vegeta, put this on. Vegeta refuses. He hates fusion. He hates Goku. He would rather die again than merge with his rival. Buu arrives. He is huge, looming over them. He creates a ball of energy large enough to destroy the solar system. You have no choice, Goku shouts. He ate everyone. Bulma, Trunks. They're gone, Vegeta. This is the only way. The mention of his family breaks the prince's resolve. Vegeta snatches the earring. Give it to me! He puts it on his right ear. Goku wears the left. A magnetic force pulls them together. Their bodies collide. There is a flash of light that blinds the monster. When the light fades, a new warrior stands on the cliff. He wears Goku's gi, but with Vegeta's colors inverted. He has Vegeta's gloves and Goku's boots. His hair is a mix of both. He crosses his arms. He looks at Buu. "I am neither Goku nor Vegeta," the warrior says. His voice is a dual harmonic, two voices speaking as one. "I am the one who will destroy you." He is Vegito. The fight that follows is not a battle. It is a humiliation. Vegito is perfect. He is faster than light. He is stronger than a god. He fights Buu with his legs crossed. He fights him with no hands. Buu tries everything. He screams. He fires beams. He tries to turn Vegito into candy. He succeeds. He turns Vegito into a small brown coffee candy. Buu laughs. He eats the candy, but inside his mouth, the candy fights back. The candy punches Buu's throat. "I'm the strongest piece of candy in the universe," the small voice shouts. Buu, terrified, is forced to change him back. Vegito is playing a dangerous game. He could kill Buu easily. But he knows his friends, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Piccolo, are still alive inside the monster's body. If he kills Buu, he kills them. He needs to be absorbed. Vegito creates a barrier of energy around his skin. He goads Buu. He stands still. Buu takes the bait. He throws a piece of his body over Vegito. He swallows him. Vegito is pulled into the pink darkness. We go inside the monster. It is a biological nightmare. The inside of Buu is not a stomach. It is a humid pink dimension filled with steam and strange, worm-like enzymes. Vegito drops his barrier. The magic of the interior, the bad air of the monster, disrupts the permanent fusion. The earrings cease to function. Goku and Vegeta split apart. They are individuals again. Vegeta crushes his earring. "I am never doing that again." They explore the body. They find the pods. Cocooned in the flesh of the monster are their sons. Gohan, Piccolo, even the fat Majin Buu is there, trapped in a web of tissue. They cut them down. Outside, Super Buu begins to panic. He feels his power draining. He feels his body shrinking. Inside, Goku and Vegeta find the fat Buu. "If we pull him," Vegeta says, grabbing the pod. "What happens?" "No." Super Buu's voice echoes inside his own head. He manifests a small avatar of himself inside his stomach to fight them. "Don't touch him. I won't be me anymore." Vegeta smiles. "Good." He rips the pod free. The connection is severed. Super Buu screams. His body begins to convulse. Goku and Vegeta grab the pods containing their sons and fly up, searching for an exit. They find one. Steam vents in the monster's head. They blast their way out. They emerge back into the wasteland. They grow to full size. They lay the bodies of Gohan, Goten, Trunks and Piccolo on the ground. But the sky is turning dark. The air is turning heavy. Super Buu is changing. Without the Fat Buu, the influence of the benevolent Grand Supreme Kai, the monster is regressing. He's losing his intelligence. He's losing his reason. He's losing his size. He shrinks. His muscles vanish. He becomes small, short, like a child. His skin is smooth. His eyes are black with red irises. He does not speak. He does not boast. He just grunts. He beats his chest like a drum. Thump, thump. This is Kid Buu, the original, the pure, the uncontrollable. The Supreme Kai, watching from his planet, turns pale. This is it, he whispers. This is the end. He has no mind. He has only destruction. Kid Buu looks at the earth. He does not care about fighting Goku. He does not care about proving he is the strongest. He raises his hand. He creates a ball of energy. It is pink, sparking with black lightning. It grows and grows. It becomes 10 times the size of the planet. He's going to blow it up, Goku screams. He's not waiting. There is no time to wake up Gohan. There is no time to save the boys. Goku and Vegeta grab the nearest people, Satan and Dende. The Supreme Kai teleports to them. Grab my hand. They touch the Kai. Instant transmission. They vanish. A split second later, the energy ball hits the earth. There is no sound at first, just a blinding flash that outshines the sun. The crust of the planet buckles. The oceans boil instantly. The mountains dissolve into atoms. The earth, the home of our heroes, the blue jewel in the darkness, explodes. It shatters into dust. It is gone. Goku and Vegeta materialize on the sacred world of the Kais. They fall to the emerald grass, gasping for breath. They look up at the sky. They see the dust cloud where Earth used to be. They have lost their home. They have lost their children. But they have not lost the enemy. From the cloud of debris, a small pink figure emerges. He reforms in the vacuum of space. He sniffs the air. He locks onto their energy signatures, light years away. He learns instant transmission just by watching it once. He vanishes. He reappears in the sky above the sacred world of the Kais. Kid Buu looks down at them. He tilts his head. He laughs. It is a sound like breaking glass. He sleeps for a second, then wakes up and screams. The final battleground has been chosen. The gods' paradise will become a boxing ring. There are no more fusions, no more tricks, no more stalling. Just two Saiyans, the last survivors of a dead race, standing against the inevitable end of everything. We are on the sacred world of the Kais. The planet is beautiful, a stark contrast to the violence about to unfold. The grass is emerald green, swaying in a breeze that smells of eternal spring. The sky is a tapestry of pink and violet, illuminated by massive, benevolent suns. Standing on a cliff are the last defenders of the universe. Goku and Vegeta. They are tired. Their clothes are torn. Their bodies are bruised. They have lost their home, their families, and their planet. But they have not lost their will. Across the valley stands Kid Buu. He is small, he is pink. He beats his chest like a drum, a primal rhythm that echoes off the canyon walls. Thump, 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 thump. He sleeps for a moment, curled into a ball in the air, blowing a snot bubble. Then he wakes up and screams, a sound that shatters the nearby cliffs. He is chaos incarnate. He has no reason. He has no mercy. He is simply the end of things. Goku and Vegeta play a game. Rock, paper, scissors. It is an absurd moment of levity at the end of the world. They are deciding who gets to fight first. Goku wins. "I'll go," Goku says, stepping forward. He cracks his neck. He takes a deep breath, inhaling the sacred air. He begins to power up. The ground shakes. Pebbles float into the air. The emerald grass flattens as if pressed down by a giant hand. Goku's hair lengthens. It grows down his back, a golden mane of light. His eyebrows vanish, revealing the intense primal gaze of the Super Saiyan 3. Electricity arcs around him, snapping like whips. "Let's do this," Goku whispers. The fight begins. It is a battle of attrition. Goku is powerful, yes. In this form, his strength rivals the gods. He hits Buu with punches that could vaporize moons. He throws Buu into the ground, burying him deep in the sacred soil. But Buu is relentless. He's made of gum and magic. He stretches. He reforms. He takes a punch that blasts a hole through his chest, and he simply laughs as the hole closes up. And Goku has a weakness. The Super Saiyan 3 form is a furnace. It burns energy at a terrifying rate. In the mortal world, it burned time. Here, in the world of the gods, it burns life force. Goku begins to tire. His breath comes in ragged gasps. The lightning around him slows down. Vegeta watches from the cliff. He sees Kakarot struggling. He sees the sweat, the exhaustion, the refusal to give up. And in that moment, watching his rival fight a monster that cannot be killed, Vegeta has a realization. It is a quiet epiphany. For years, Vegeta chased Goku. He chased his strength. He chased his shadow. He believed that he, the prince, was destined to be the best. He believed that Goku was just a clown, a low-class warrior who got lucky. But now, he sees the truth. "You are incredible, Kakarot," Vegeta whispers to the wind. He remembers their past. He remembers Goku sparing his life on Earth. He remembers Goku turning Super Saiyan on Namek. "I fought to rule," Vegeta thinks. "I fought for pleasure. I fought to kill my enemies and feed my pride. But you never fought to kill. You fought to test your limits. You fought to protect. You fought because you simply loved the fight." Vegeta smiles. It is a genuine smile, devoid of malice. "Hang in there, Kakarot. You are number one." The burden of rivalry falls from Vegeta's shoulders. He is free. But freedom does not win battles. Goku collapses, his golden hair fading back to black. He is spent. Kid Buu laughs. He creates a ball of pink energy to finish Goku off. Vegeta steps in. He knows he cannot win. He is not a Super Saiyan 3. He is outmatched in every way. But he steps in anyway. "I will buy you time," Vegeta tells Goku. "Gather your energy. Finish him." Vegeta fights. It is a brutal display of endurance. Kid Buu beats him. He stretches his arm and wraps it around Vegeta's neck, slamming him into rocks. He blasts him with energy. Vegeta gets up. He is broken. One eye is swollen shut. His arm hangs uselessly by his side. But he stands. "Is that all?" Vegeta taunts, spitting blood. I've had massages that hurt worse than this. He is the iron wall standing between the monster and the hope of the universe. Goku tries to gather energy, but his body is failing. The Super Saiyan 3 transformation has taken too much. He cannot reach full power. They need a new plan. Vegeta, lying in the dirt, has an idea. The Dragon Balls, he rasps. We have the Namekian Dragon Balls. Dende, the young healer who is watching with the Supreme Kais, summons the dragon, Porunga. The sky of the sacred world turns dark. The massive, muscular dragon rises from the ground. They make their wishes. First wish: restore the earth. In the vacuum of space, dust gathers. Rocks collide. The blue planet reforms, spinning silently in the dark. Second wish: revive all the good people who were killed since the tournament began. On Earth, billions of souls return. People wake up in the ruins of cities, confused. They look around. They are alive. Vegeta intends to use the third wish to kill Buu, but the dragon cannot destroy a being that strong. Goku has a better idea. The spirit bomb, Goku says. The Genki Dama. He flies up into the sky. He raises his hands. Everyone, Goku shouts telepathically, his voice echoing in the minds of every living thing. Lend me your energy. Raise your hands. Energy begins to flow. Small glimmers of light rise from the grass of the Kai world. Light rises from the Namekians on New Namek. But it is not enough. They need Earth. They need the billions of humans they just saved. Vegeta speaks to the people of Earth. He demands their energy. Do it now, he commands. But the humans are scared. They hear a voice in their heads telling them to raise their hands. They think it is another trick. They think it is Babidi. They refuse. Goku pleads, please, it's for your own survival. Only their friends, Bulma, Chi-Chi, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, raise their hands. Small streams of light shoot into the sky, but the massive population of Earth keeps their hands down. The spirit bomb is small, it is weak. Kid Buu sees Goku hovering defenseless. He charges a blast to kill him. Vegeta, barely able to stand, jumps in the way again. He is a punching bag now, buying seconds with his life. Just as Buu is about to kill Vegeta, a fat pink figure slams into him. It is the good Buu, the one Mr. Satan befriended. He was inside Kid Buu, and he was spat out earlier. Now, he wakes up to protect his friend Satan. The good Buu fights the Kid Buu. It is a chaotic, rubbery brawl that buys Goku a few more precious minutes. But the energy is still not coming. Then a voice speaks to the earth. It is not a god, it is not a prince, it is not a warrior. It is Mr. Satan. The world champion stands on a rock in the wasteland. He picks up a communicator. He speaks to the world that adores him. People of Earth, Mr. Satan shouts. It is I, the world champion. I am fighting the monster right now, but I need your help to deliver the final blow. Raise your hands. Send your energy to me. The humans hear the voice of their hero. They trust him. It's the champ, they say. He's saving us again. All over the world, hands go up. In the cities, in the villages, in the forests. Billions of hands reach toward the sky. Streams of light erupt from the earth. It looks like a reverse rainstorm. The energy converges. It shoots into space. It crosses the galaxy. It arrives at the sacred world of the Kais. The spirit bomb swells. It grows from a small ball into a massive sphere. It becomes larger than a mountain, larger than a moon. It is a blinding blue sun of pure life energy. It is heavy. It hums with the voices of everyone Goku has ever met. Thank you, Goku, whispers, tears in his eyes. I feel you all. He throws it. Take this. The spirit bomb descends on Kid Buu. Buu catches it. He is small, but his strength is absolute. He plants his feet in the dirt. He pushes back. The blue sphere stops. It hovers between them. Goku pushes. He strains. But he is exhausted. He has no energy left to drive the bomb home. Buu begins to laugh. He pushes the bomb back toward Goku. The sheer mass of it threatens to crush the Saiyan. Damn it! Goku groans. I don't have the power. Vegeta, watching from the ground, realizes they have one wish left. Dende, Vegeta shouts. The third wish. Restore Goku's strength. Dende screams the wish to the dragon. Porunga's eyes glow red. Goku feels a rush of warmth. It is like waking up from a long, restful sleep. His muscles fill with power. His aura flares back to life. He transforms into a Super Saiyan one last time. He smiles. Thanks, Dragon Balls, Goku says. He puts his hand on the spirit bomb. He pushes. The resistance is gone. The bomb accelerates. It overwhelms Buu. Kid Buu looks at the massive blue light consuming his vision. For the first time, there is no laughter. There is only the realization that he has met something greater than destruction. Goku looks at the monster one last time. He doesn't feel hate. He feels a strange respect for the creature's power. You were amazing, Goku says softly. You fought alone against everyone. I hope you come back someday as a good person. I'd like to fight you again. Goku salutes, 2 fingers to the forehead. See you later. He pushes. The spirit bomb consumes Kid Buu. It disintegrates every cell, every atom of the monster. The pink menace is erased from existence, carried away on a tide of the universe's hope. The bomb flies off into space, dissipating into starlight. Silence falls on the sacred world of the Kais. Vegeta lies on the grass, laughing softly. Goku falls onto his back, giving a thumbs up. Mr. Satan dances with the good Buu, who survived. It is over. The long nightmare is finally over. Peace returns. They use the Dragon Balls to erase the memory of Majin Buu from the minds of the Earthlings, so that the good Buu, now called Mr. Buu, can live on Earth in peace. He moves in with Mr. Satan. He eats pudding. He walks the dog. He becomes a gentle giant. Goku and his friends return to their lives. The fighting stops. The training continues. But it is different now. It is not training for survival. It is training for joy. Time flows like a river, smooth and unbroken. 10 years pass. The world is calm. The cities are rebuilt. The scars of the past have healed over. We find ourselves at the World Martial Arts Tournament again. Goku is there. He is older, but he looks the same. He is excited. He tells Vegeta that he is waiting for someone. Who? Vegeta asks. The reincarnation, Goku says. I asked for him to come back as a good person. And I think he's here. In the ring, a small boy stands. His name is Oob. He is from a small tropical village. He is shy. He is poor. He is fighting to win money to buy water for his people. He is small and scrawny, but his eyes hold a hidden depth. Goku steps into the ring with him. The fight begins. Oob is nervous. He flinches. Goku insults him, deliberately trying to make him angry. You're weak, Goku taunts. Oob taps. He shouts. And for a split second, a familiar power erupts. A raw, pink-tinted aura. It is the power of Kid Buu, purified and reborn in a human child. He strikes Goku. It hurts. Goku laughs. He blocks the punch. He is delighted. He stops the fight. He crouches down to look Oob in the eye. You have a lot of power, Goku says kindly, but you don't know how to use it, do you? Oob shakes his head. I'll teach you, Goku says. I'll train you. Come with me. Goku lifts the boy onto his back. He waves goodbye to his friends. He waves goodbye to Vegeta. Vegeta watches him go. He doesn't get angry. He just smirks. Of course he's running off, Vegeta thinks. He's Goku. Goku flies into the blue sky, carrying the future on his back. He's not flying to a battle. He's not flying to save the world. He is simply flying. The legacy of Majin Buu is not destruction. It is this boy. It is the proof that even the purest evil can be transformed into something good. It is the proof that second chances are real. The story ends not with a bang, but with the wind rushing past, the sound of laughter, and the endless blue horizon. And now, the story is yours. Let the image of the blue sky fade into the velvet darkness of your room. The battles are done. The monsters are gone. The heroes are resting. You have walked the long road. You have seen the ancient past and the hopeful future. Now, there is only the present. There is only the soft comfort of your bed. There is only the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat, echoing the peace of the universe. Let go of your worries. Let go of your battles. Put down your armor. The universe will turn without you for a while. You can rest. Sleep, warrior. Sleep.